guys, the date is November 11. It's a Monday, and today is supposed to be where we hear about whether Blair Cottrell, decided to incite violence and ridicule against Muslims, even though not a single Muslim has actually attempted to fight him on this. It's actually completely governmental. They're trying to suck up, I suppose. Anyway, we shall see what this happens. It's a landmark precedent case. I'm attending today, which is a Monday, one of the first days. I don't think that means I don't think I can attend every day, but today is one of those days that I'll be able to. So hopefully things go well. Blair, along with Christopher Shortis and Neil Erickson, was charged with serious contempt, ridicule and revulsion towards Muslims. This was in 2015 at the height of the United Patriots Front activism. The Bendigo Three, as they are known, were found guilty and were fined $2,000 each. Blair has appealed the decision and acquired the services of lawyer and patriot John Bolton. Their argument is Victoria's Racial and Religious Tolerance Act is constitutionally invalid under Australia's implied right of political expression and assembly. Initially, it was directed to the High Court. It has made its way back to the County Court, and here we are waiting to see what takes place. We need our rights to freedom of expression and freedom of political discourse. So, let's see what happens. It's day 2 for Blair's court trial. I don't know whether I'll be able to make it to every single day, but today I'm able to make it, and we'll see what happens. I'm outside the county court. Blair has yet to arrive, but there are cops everywhere. Media. So that's interesting. Look at this little red-headed man here. I'm pretty sure he's the Attorney General. Definitely a little pissant. Made a lot of faces during the trial. Really frustrated me. And that lady next to him is part of his team, or at least part of the team trying to take down freedom of speech in this country. I wonder if they're proud of themselves. It was literally a team of 5 against, Blair and John Bolton. Really funny, to be honest. They need 5 people. Hey, so it's day 2 of Blair's trial. They've really buckled down on nonsense things, if you ask me. They are exhausting certain questions, like they are asking him his particular thoughts on what he thinks of the comments that were written after the video was posted. He said, I don't know, I don't read all the comments, I don't remember. It's not good enough for them, because now, after lunch, they're going through, after he's already testified, saying, Your Honour, I don't think you should believe him. He obviously reads through the comments because this is exactly what he was trying to incite. But you putting something out there, you can't control the reactions of others. You're putting something out there to promote, what, a rally. That's pretty stock standard anyway, so that's what's happening at the moment. I've snuck out for a bit. I'll head back in now, and yeah, it's just, you cannot control others.
No worries, what's up?
So what do you think of the conclusions and everything that happened today?
Well, today was mostly, the morning consisted of myself being cross-examined. So my barrister had the opportunity to cross-examine me. The prosecution had the opportunity to cross-examine me, and then my barrister re-examined me. The purpose of this is to extract as much information from me, from my own mouth, as possible regarding my intention when I posted the video or participated in the making of the video that was uploaded to Facebook, namely the mock beheading. Okay? So my lawyer was trying to help the judge to understand that I'm a long-standing political activist, and I've been engaged in political activism for, at the time, not very long, but for quite some time afterwards. And that I was not strictly opposed to Muslim people and mosques, and that was the end of it. My opposition was it was a political opposition against the government and media establishment. Now, the prosecution tried to argue that I'm strictly against Muslim people and mosques, and that's it. And that I did what I did because I just want people to hate Muslims merely for the sake of making Muslims be hated. Okay, that's basically what the prosecution wants. And so after that, we had lunch. Then the prosecution concluded its matter by dealing very thoroughly with the Charter of the Bill of Human Rights and how it's not applicable to me. Because I've interfered with the rights of others to participate in society and not be harassed or vilified, I therefore have waived my human rights. That's what the state prosecution is arguing. And the state prosecutor in particular, I don't know her name, she's from the DPP, Department of Public Prosecutions, very aggressive. She's basically asked the judge to not believe anything I said in the witness box, and that what she says that I think is the case, and what I say that I think is a lie. That's what she's asking the judge to believe. My lawyer my barrister is obviously asking the judge to believe what I said and not just think that I'm lying. Then the representative from the Attorney General's office also stood up to deal with the Bill of Rights and how that Bill of Rights may be applicable to me, but if it is, it needs to be applicable narrowly, and the judge needs to find a narrow interpretation of that bill. That's my understanding of what happened today. It's probably a bit more complex than that, but I'm not a learned academic, I'm just a carpenter, so I'm doing my best to follow it along. The representative from the Attorney General's office certainly isn't with me. He's more against me than with me, but he's not as aggressive as the state prosecutor. The state prosecutor doesn't like me. I think personally she doesn't like me, I get the feeling. But the judge, up until now, seems to understand the case. I think he's objective. I don't think he's for or against me at this stage, but we'll find out more tomorrow.
Thank you.
No worries.
Hey guys, so today is, I think, and I hope, the final day to the Blair Cottrell case of religious vilification and incite of ridicule and contempt towards Muslims, is how I understand it. So I will be there today. I've had prior engagements to the last 2 days. Today I can attend, and so this is day 4. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's a positive, but I doubt it, but we'll see. So it's the final day. We are at day 4. I was not here day 3 because I have a life. But it's frustrating me a lot to hear how in depth they're going into these specific definitions and former cases that really establish that freedom isn't an absolute, or it is an absolute, and all this additional garbage about a pillow with blood on it that illustrates exactly what Islamic countries do. So I'm really hoping to God it all works out, but it's just exhausting over a video. They would not react this way with Christianity.
Tomorrow, the judge would need to basically be saying, I believe that Mr. Cottrell, I believe that you're lying. I believe that everything you said in the witness box was a lie, and that the prosecution is correct in everything that they have told me that you think. Okay, so the prosecution claims to have gone inside my mind based on the evidence that they've put on television inside the court, the mock beheading, and they claimed to have known my intent and proven my intent regardless of me saying it wasn't my intent. So the prosecution needs to prove beyond reasonable doubt I'm a liar. And that's pretty hard to do. Like they've got their work cut out for them there.
At this stage, I've actually noted something very interesting, and that is that nobody has actually interviewed the victim themselves. So here I have a world-class Australian exclusive for you all, and that is the victim of the mock beheading. I have today the victim of the Bendigo 3 crime, and I'm going to ask them a series of questions just to see what occurs and what their opinion is on everything. What are your thoughts about what occurred outside in 2015 in Bendigo? Okay. And what are your thoughts on the vandalism that was left behind? Profound. And what do you think about the fact that Blair Cottrell is appealing this particular case? Well, there you have it, guys. I don't think it can be any clearer.